Most people do not know that there is a club.
It's a somewhat obscure sport.
A lot of people don't know what curling is.
Think a mix of bowling and shuffleboard.
It just turned out to be a fantastic pastime for me.
Members of the Columbus Curling Club certainly accustomed to all the questions at this point.
It looks like you're just shoving a bunch of rocks up and down and it's pretty easy, but there's something mysterious about it, I think, with people.
Interest peaking every 4 years during the Winter Olympics.
During the Olympics, we actually get inundated with requests to learn to curl.
Whoa! This year's games in South Korea kick off in just weeks. The city of Columbus planning on playing a big part, not on the ice, but a local clothing store does plan to win the gold in style points.
Our focus has always been modern suit store with the old-fashioned customer service.
Pursuit, a men's clothier in the short north, bringing a gentleman's touch.
So this is a pretty versatile charcoal suit.
The shop opening 6 years ago, really making a name in Columbus. Now the go-to for this year's U.S. men's curling team. Owner Nate DeMar says they'll be providing suits, dress shirts, and accessories the team will be wearing before and after games.
We went to the club, did the fitting at the club, and then what was pretty neat was we got some one-on-one curling lessons with the team that will represent us in the Olympics.
Pursuit, already the matchday suit partner of Crew SC, taking their style and Columbus global.
It's been a pretty slow and steady growth in the early years, and we really feel like we're starting to take off.
To have a partner of sorts in the game is exciting.
Members of the curling team pumped, to say the least. Glad to know Central Ohio adding a bit of pizzazz to this year's Winter Games.
Very proud, very proud. So I'm excited. I'll be watching.
Yes! Yes!
Columbus Fire making history. The department is offering the first ever Women Get Fire Ready orientation right here at the Academy.
You see these guys? It's the same training the Columbus Fire Department wants for women, but there aren't too many female firefighters here.
We have 34, and we're looking for more.
That's out of a force of 1,500. Julie DeSalvia had zero training before becoming a firefighter.
I was actually the only female in my academy class.
DeSalvia is not only a firefighter, but a wife and mom too.
I have 3 children, and my husband's actually a Columbus firefighter.
Her husband was already wearing the uniform and motivated her to join. 17 years later, she's still here and loving it.
Once you try it, you'll be hooked. You'll be hooked.
So I wanted to jump in her shoes.
Hey, these are actually kind of comfortable.
To see what it takes to be a firefighter.
Now, Jackie, hurry, we've got an emergency.
I was a little slow getting the uniform on, but I was finally ready for some training.
So part of the orientation, the females will be wearing a full gear, about 80 pounds worth, and then some of the training they're gonna do is help a victim from a burning home. And this guy right here weighs about 175 pounds. Don't worry, guy. I'll help you. I got him. See, not bad. Ladies, you can do it. Whew.
You don't need any prior training to become a firefighter. You learn everything here.
If you say that, I'm not ready and I'm here and I need to be here, we're going to work with you to get you there.
She says the starting salary is $50,000 a year and full benefits. No excuse but to try, right? I did.
I got it. I got it.
Go, 150-pound victim.
It's all right, buddy. I got you. If you're interested in coming out tomorrow, well, it's free and there's still plenty of spots available. You just have to be 16 and a half years or older, wear some gym clothes, and you may want to leave the wedges at home. For now, reporting here in Columbus, Jackie Orozco, ABC 6 News.
Ready? Meet Cooper. He's got a very goofy personality.
Go, go, go!
He's been a therapy dog with Ohio 4-H Pet Pals for the last 4 years. And this is Milo.
I've taken Milo mostly to nursing homes and libraries.
Now the two will take on a new therapy job.
The one thing with dogs is they're like a person's best friend.
Helping children caught in the fallout of the opioid crisis.
I've seen the relationships and the effects that bringing a dog into therapy work can have. I've seen adults break down their walls.
The idea is just in the beginning stages.
Good boy.
But since dogs already help people heal, why not use them
Good.
to help with children coping with parents addicted to drugs?
The idea of this program is for us to integrate the dog into the therapy sessions. So our hope is that we can help them cope with their depression, their anxiety, their stress.
Kelly George is the lead researcher on the new project. Through a recently awarded Ohio State University grant, her team will study how canine therapy
Good boy.
can be used with children who've experienced child abuse and neglect because of parental opioid use.
We want to make sure that we're also thinking about that population, that they're not being forgotten as well, as because they are truly being affected by this epidemic.
If dogs already help so many people during times of crisis,
I'm hoping that these dogs will be a comfort to these kids, especially in a time where they might be stressed, and bring them a little bit of joy as well.
this may provide them the security and safety they may be missing.
That's good, isn't it?
In Columbus, I'm Maria Durant. Good day, Columbus.
Fixing potholes is a year-long problem for the city of Columbus, but they're working fast to get many repairs done before Old Man Winter comes knocking.
It has been a tough year for potholes, but we've been able to keep up with them. We have a 99% closure rate within 3 days for the season.
The city has patched up more than 8,000 potholes since the beginning of the year, and drivers appreciate it.
They're trying. They're trying to get the roads together for us.
Now, this bumpy ride may be familiar for a lot of drivers. That's because the city says potholes are up more than 200%, but they say they're constantly making repairs.
I think they do need to improve the roads. It's kind of bad, depending on what side of town you're on.
That's why the city and ODOT workers getting winter ready now.
In District 6, we have 163 dump trucks that we designate for snow and ice removal operations, and we have 60,000 tons of salt that is on the ground right now in our barns.
Last winter, ODOT used more than 90,000 tons of salt in central Ohio.
This is what they put their liquid pre-treating material in.
Workers are checking their equipment and keeping their eye on the sky to see what this winter will bring.
There's always the unpredictability of Mother Nature that we can't control, but we feel that our equipment, our manpower, and our materials are fully up to par and ready to go for this winter season.
Have you ever seen a beautiful moment between two people?
The 3rd through 6th graders at Ecole Kenwood French Immersion School are learning the meaning of true beauty.
It makes me feel all fluffy and warm inside.
It's the theme of today's Girls on the Run lesson, an after-school program for elementary-aged girls.
It helps them to be a brighter person and a better person, and it can also maybe even make them healthier.
Running is only part of the program. The girls are learning life lessons that help them build confidence and feel empowered.
I can see such a difference in the attitudes of the girls that I have in Girls on the Run, and how they treat their peers and how they treat themselves, and it's a really cool difference to see.
Over at Eastgate Elementary, the Girls on the Run team is making a motivational playlist for today's practice run.
We're like sisters to the little kids, so I just kind of help out them when they're tired and stuff, keep them going, and positive energy.
Keep going! The girls run laps at each meeting, applying the things they've learned in their lessons to keep each other motivated. Next month, they'll reach the goal they've set by running a 5K together.
And it's really touching because some of the girls really think they can't do it, but you see them put down their goals on a piece of paper and they said 5 and they did 10. It's like really empowering.
I'm out of breath.
Rachel Penton.
And we made it. Everybody made it.
ABC 6 News.
It's a shopping experience Michelle Pauley has been waiting on.
When I heard plans of it, I was like, come on, hurry, hurry, hurry.
Polly has lived in Franklinton for 5 years. She has no car, so her grocery shopping has consisted of convenience stores.
Just like canned foods, like just rapid stuff, no vegetables whatsoever. If you go in these stores, you won't see no vegetables. You come here, look at all of this.
Bringing a healthier food option to an area known as a food desert is the goal of Jubilee Market and Cafe. Within about a 2.5-mile radius, the only option for neighbors has been fast food and convenience stores. Lower Lights Christian Health Center opened the market because of its clients.
See, now look at that. Now don't that look better than a cheeseburger?
Nutrition, as you know, is a really integral part of health. And what we were finding is many of our patients were dealing with chronic conditions, things like diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and really didn't have easy access to get the healthy foods that they needed to help treat and even prevent some of those chronic illnesses.
Until now. But healthier eating comes with an additional cost.
These are top brands, and the prices are more than I generally pay.
The market is offering discount produce programs and doesn't hide the fact that it has to work to keep prices affordable.
We don't have the purchasing power of an Aldi's or a Kroger, but we are hoping through support in the community fundraising that we can really work with the distributors and keep our prices low.
For Polly, being able to walk to an option like this is worth it.
I would rather come here than anywhere else. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sorry about your wait.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
21-year-old Catherine Poe is moving back to Capital University. She's a junior who received a bone marrow transplant in July after dealing with chronic health issues since she was 15 years old. Catherine never thought she would graduate high school, let alone college.
My parents had to deal with, is my daughter going to die?
Packing up to leave her grandfather's home makes Catherine reflect on the chemo and transplant process.
I truly believe that in life we kind of get dealt a set of cards, and it's how you play your cards that matters.
Catherine and her boyfriend Liam started an Instagram account to document her journey. Catherine tells us she wants to meet her bone marrow donor someday.
How do you thank someone that saved your life? Emotional. How do you put into words everything that's happened? This is my brother and I thought so. When we were little.
Family is everything. Catherine knows TV meteorologist Chris Bradley was a family guy and an amazing fighter.
Someone can be proud and Christian and LGBT all at the same time and, just live a life that was constantly making Central Ohioans' lives better.
Catherine tells us people signing up to be a donor is an important gift.
The reality is that you really only have to save one person. You only have to make a positive impact on the life of one individual, and you have saved the entire world for them.
Catherine shares with us it's possible to go from coping to hoping. That's why we're proud to be standing with Chris. In Columbus, Luann Stoya, ABC6 News.